Star Wars Jedi Survivor is a hypothetical game concept that combines the elements of survival gameplay with the iconic Star Wars universe. In this game, players would take on the role of a Jedi who has survived the infamous Order 66 and the purge of the Jedi Order by the Galactic Empire. Stripped of their status, resources, and allies, the Jedi must navigate dangerous environments and evade Imperial forces while trying to rebuild their connection to the Force. Here's an overview of how the gameplay in Star Wars Jedi Survivor could be structured. Setting and narrative: the game would be set during the early years of the Galactic Empire's rule, with the Jedi protagonist stranded on a remote planet or an abandoned Jedi temple. The narrative would focus on the Jedi's struggle for survival, their quest for knowledge and artifacts, and their attempts to remain hidden from the Empire. Exploration and survival: players would have to explore the open-world environment, which could be a planet or a collection of interconnected areas. They would encounter various hazards, wildlife, and potentially hostile Imperial forces. Gathering food, water, and crafting materials would be essential for survival. Stealth and combat: since the Jedi is being hunted by the Empire, stealth would play a crucial role. Players would need to employ stealth mechanics to avoid detection by stormtroopers, scout droids, and other Imperial forces. Engaging in combat would be risky, as it could attract more attention and potentially bring down the wrath of the Empire. However, if forced into combat, the Jedi's lightsaber skills and Force abilities could be utilized to fend off enemies. Character progression: as players progress, they would be able to unlock new Force powers, combat abilities, and skills. These upgrades would enhance their survivability, combat effectiveness, and exploration capabilities. Additionally, players might encounter other surviving Jedi or individuals sympathetic to the Jedi cause, allowing for potential alliances or mentorship opportunities. Moral choices: the game could incorporate moral choices that affect the storyline and the Jedi's standing within the galaxy. Players might face dilemmas that test their commitment to the Jedi Code and the greater good. These choices could impact the Jedi's reputation, alliances, and potential interactions with other characters or factions. Discovering lore and artifacts: the Jedi protagonist would uncover hidden knowledge, artifacts, and holocrons left behind by the Jedi Order. These discoveries would provide insight into the lore of the Star Wars universe, reveal the history of the Jedi and the Sith, and potentially grant the Jedi new abilities. Dynamic events and encounters: the game world would be alive with dynamic events, such as Imperial patrols, bounty hunters, or local conflicts between factions. Players would have the option to intervene, assist, or remain neutral, which could affect their reputation and the overall balance of power in the game world. Multiple endings: the choices made by the player throughout the game would shape the narrative and lead to different outcomes. The game could feature multiple endings based on the player's actions, alliances, and adherence to Jedi principles.